Tickers run wild like a snake in the grass. Fingers twitch fast, orders thrown in. Dreams on the line, world spinning again. Shots like a maze, my head's on fire. Failure whispers, but I aim higher. Pop test gates, trying to shake my pride. Won't stay down, I'll break the tide. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Test after test, I'm kissing the edge. Risk and reward, I made my pledge. Futures clash, the screen's alive. Bankroll breathing, it's how I survive. Fear and greed, they speak my name. Fight through shadows, win this game. Strategy tied, I'm locked and loaded. Profit streams, my brain's decoded. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Ooh, I'm ready for the bag, man. Like looking at the Titanic. I'm ready for another tear. We'll keep our stand, get current now. Ooh, I'm ready for the bag, man. Like looking at the Titanic. I'm ready for another tear. We'll keep our stand, get current. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Eyes on the screen, blood starts to dance. Tickers run wild like a snake in the grass. Fingers twitch fast, orders thrown in. Dreams on the line, world spinning again. Shots like a maze, my head's on fire. Failure whispers, but I aim higher. Pop test gates, trying to shake my pride. Won't stay down, I'll break the tide. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Test after test, I'm kissing the edge. Risk and reward, I made my pledge. Futures clash, the screen's alive. Bankroll breathing, it's how I survive. Fear and greed, they speak my name. Fight through shadows, win this game. Strategy tied, I'm locked and loaded. Profit streams, my brain's decoded. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Ooh, I'm ready for the bag, man. Like looking at the Titanic. I'm ready for another tear. We'll keep our stand, get current now. Ooh, I'm ready for the bag, man. Like looking at the Titanic. I'm ready for another tear. We'll keep our stand, get current. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay, if everything is good. We're having a good morning, I hope, everybody. Good morning. Sound check, mic check, all check. Good morning, Chris, Nico. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Very, very good. Peter, Michael, hello, Tony, Miguel, everybody. Question number one. How's the 4.0 all dots? I want to see any comments, any criticisms, any changes needed, because I want to be able to send this off to wealth charts and be able to update the wealth charts as well. So this is your final chance today to give me comments and feedback on the charts, because then I can send it off to Rob. We'll get it fixed and we'll get it going on wealth charts. So good morning. I have a great show. I have really crystallized the setup into a 3-point checklist, which I'm going to share with everybody as soon as everybody gets into the room. I know we just started, so a little bit early. I kind of came up with this last night in Asia, and those of you guys who traded with Asia saw how well that worked. And I think you're going to really, really like it, because it's going to make it very, very simple to understand exactly what we're doing. First of all, just kind of start the day. Gold is negative bid. Equity is a positive bid. Relatively small movements today. We have NVIDIA after the market, so that's a big weight on the on NASDAQ. We'll see what happens there. News flow, sort of quiet. I don't think there was anything really major in the news flow. We do have, let's see on the calendar today. What do we have today? 10 o'clock. Richmond Fed, which is really, really boring. And then we have FOMC minutes today. Yeah. Nothing that I think is going to be earth shattering that's going to go on here. Okay. As far as news flow, let me just see if there's anything else happening that I may have missed, although I doubt it. I'm good at headlines. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Not much. Just basically, the fact that tariffs got pushed off until July was probably positive news yesterday. Maybe a little bit of a trade back today. We'll have to see. Markets are really waiting for NVIDIA. You're right. It's going to be a very, very quiet day, which it's going to be difficult for us to trade. I'll be the first one to admit this, because this leads to very, very choppy conditions. But as everybody gets into the room, I'm going to start sharing with you my secret sauce to the 3 steps that made the scalp trade so successful for us yesterday in Asia. That works really, really well. Let's give an update on where we are at funded. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 funded and working on these 2. And then, of course, on the wealth charts, we're working on these 2 to get these funded. As a matter of fact, as I'm looking at wealth charts, I have a setup, trade setting up here, 18 seconds left in gold. It's a counter trend trade. So we're just going to assign 80 as my counter trend account and 81 as my trend account. I'll explain to you in just a second of how I want to do this, but let's get long gold here. So we're long gold here. What happened to my gold? Wow, really? Did it jump that high? Wow, it's kind of a jumpy. Wow, that was a little jumpy gap. What the fuck was that? There was a really jumpy gap here between gold. Really weird. Okay, 3099 is my target. This is a counter trend trade, so I'm not holding my breath on this. But that was a really weird trade. It had an intra candle jump. Just checking to see if there was something happening here. But gold very spiky as is, so always problematic. We're going to leave this on, and I'm going to explain to you on the other charts exactly what I mean, and then we'll come back to the wealth charts. By the way, those of you guys who I just got stopped out on the gold, so that's it. Oh no, I didn't get stopped out. Sorry, stop is 306. So just going negative again. Gold is just really schizophrenic here. Huh. As always, gold been very choppy. Yesterday in Asia, it had a really big rally all the way through the 22s, and then just sort of now been selling off. Maybe trying to do a counter trend move here right now. Generally, very choppy day today. Not a day for great trade for trading or scalping, but we'll try to do the best we can. Trying to get ourselves bearing. What I was going to say, as far as the layout of belt wealth charts, what I find, I think you guys will find this much more easier to do. We don't need to go to 2 charts because we can go to 2 accounts off of 1 chart. It's one of the beauties of wealth charts. I can switch between accounts just simply with a click of a button. Everything else stays the same. So that's how we're going to be able to manage our counter trend account and trade that easily. Let me put up 2 things. First of all, Apex is at 90% off, so you got to be able to buy this right now. You got one last day to buy this. If you want, I will also buy you 3 free Apex accounts. If you want to take our deal, that's also is going to end today as far as me buying you all those accounts, because it's all because they're giving such an amazing discount. I'm going to put the link up here, and I will pin this link to, let me see where we're at. I'll pin a link here to the top, so you could use it if you want it. You want to come in, hang out, trade with us, get all the indicators that I'm trading with, get all the wealth charts indicators, get all the trading view indicators, get execution, get coaching, get Kathy's signals, get everything under the sun, get her Forex fundamentals course, get all the free courses inside our community. This is a great deal. So I'm going to leave this to you here, and get the 3 free Apex accounts. This is going to be a great deal for anybody who wants to lock it in. You got less than 24 hours to do this. Yes, you do pay a monthly fee after you get funded accounts. Oh, actually, no, the funded accounts you don't. Sorry. Again, we had this conversation 1,000 times. I'm 1,000 times. I'm going to repeat this. Once you get a funded account, you pay a one-time fee for a lifetime, and you're done. I can hold these accounts for the next 10 years if I wanted to. It's actually going to be one of the interesting things we're going to do. Is we're going to see how long can I hold these funded accounts. And I have a strategy, I have an approach. We'll deal with those once the funded accounts come into play. In the meantime, all right, let's get organized here. Let me show you what I want to do. Look at this trade here. This is going to be a counter trend trade. We'll trade in Tradeovate. We'll trade the counter trend account as this one. I'm actually going to trade this way. Sell. Okay. Let's see if this works. So this is a counter trend account, already by its very definition not as good as a trend trade, but there are 3 components that make a classic BFF scalp trade. You need to have trend, which obviously in counter trend you don't have, so now you're only down to 2. And the second component is momentum. So you have red dots, red selling momentum. And the third component is slope. You have to have lower slope on sells, higher slope on buys. So when you're doing a counter trend trade, you can only have the best of 2 out of 3 conditions. Since you're obviously not trading with trend, the trend is up, the blue is above red. However, you have a very strong counter trend condition. You have a momentum and you have negative slope, and the trade gets done because 2 out of those 3 conditions were met. That's exactly all we do. A 3-step checklist. Now, if you want to be a purist and you want to just trade well, as I told you, the best trade is when all 3 align, or when all you do is you trade trend ideas. Unfortunately, trend ideas, are not showing up right now. All we're seeing right now is counter trend ideas. So same thing in gold, as you can see. Gold is negative trend. We're trading a positive trade because we're trading a counter trend trade. The reason we're trading a counter trend trade is because over here, green dot, positive slope, higher green dot than the prior. So momentum and slope. This is at the time of the entry was over here. Right now, since then, of course, the trade has just kind of gone sideways, but we still managed to survive this trade for the time being. We're just still able to hold the trade for whatever whims of mercy and fate has us. But again, it's a counter trend trade. So by its very definition, not a full checklist trade, only 2 out of 3. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as Meatloaf used to say. So we'll take those. The absolute best way to do all of this, and why I tell you, get like 10 Apex accounts right now at 25,000 are $15 each. You get 10 of them, it's $1.50. It's like it's not even a good lunch in New York City. And you could have 10 accounts to your high content. You could use some of them super aggressive, some of them super conservative, some of them just one shot and done funding, whatever. What do you care? Even if you get one of those funded, you're now funded. If you get 2 of those funded, you more than paid for yourself, because then you're going to go into the funded category with the accounts. It just makes it a lot easier, to get as many of them as possible. But the truly intelligent way of doing this, what I like to do, is simply segregate trade against counter trend. So one account is trend, one account is counter trend, and you just take setups when they occur, but only when they occur. So the only other rule that I have going on over here is I have to have a switch from green to red, red to green. I don't take continuity trades in one direction or the other direction. Not because they're not good, not because you can't make money on a sort of continuity, let's hit every single dot type of situation, but really for my own sanity and my own, my own ability to curb my own over trading, because otherwise I'll just get into like doing 10 trades in an hour. I get super hyped, and I will always go on tilt. I'll always do too much size. I'll always go chase. I'll always not pace myself. This way, I'm pacing myself to about 1 trade every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes, depending on how markets are lining up. And that generally works well for my psyche and my own behavior. This is purely a behavioral modification on my part. You guys, of course, can do whatever the hell you want. The critical thing is you need those 3 components. You need trend, momentum, slope, in that order. You have those things, you are good as gold. Oh, sorry, I'm on the charts, guys. I'm sorry, at the charts. All right, sorry. Guys, I was talking. Anyways, I'm glad you guys, now there's no more commercial interruption. I've tormented you with my commercial interruption for a long time. Sorry, guys, I wasn't watching the graph. Anyways, that trade got done. If you guys want to see it, I told you, settings, what's this, trading? I'll show you the trade in case you were wondering. This was a trade. It was 2 double reds, and I sold, right? Trade momentum. I'm sorry, I had like this whole big riff and nobody saw what the fuck I'm talking about. So let's have this. Let me have this repeated since everybody's back in the room. What do we need? We need, for a perfect trade, trend, so positive trend right now, right? We need momentum. I don't have momentum right now, but let's say we're over here. I need momentum, green dot, and then I need slope, which means positive slope. It's got to be higher than the prior, higher than the prior. So like right now, I have 2 out of 3. I have trend, I have momentum, but no slope because it's lower than the prior. See, the prior is over here. It's over here. So if I get a second one with a green dot, yes, I will go. That will be a trend trade with moves. Yeah, Karen, thank you for helping me out with the descriptions. If you'll chime in. So here we go. Second candle, positive slope, positive trend, positive momentum. $1.33 on the chart. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go to my trend account, which is the 87. Let's go to the 87 account, right? And we'll set it up. We'll see if it holds. It's got to hold before we do anything. We've got plenty of time, and we'll see if it works. Yes, pretty easy, right, Tony? Once you kind of zone in on that, you've got like 95% of your way there. I'm on the chart. Tom, I'm on the chart. Am I not on the chart? I'm on the chart, guys. I see myself on the chart. We're on the chart. By the way, no slope. Low slope. We got faked, right? In the meantime, I think I got tagged out. Unfortunately, I got tagged out on gold. Gold is really, really hard in the New York session. Jesus Christ. And I missed the trade that I wanted. So in gold, we have negative trend, negative momentum, right? I should have been over here on this particular trade, but I'm sorry, I wasn't watching gold right now. I'll watch it from my other eye, my other screen here next time. So again, gold, we have counter trend, positive momentum. Let's see if it wants to do anything here. If it gives me a green dot, there'll be another counter trend trade in my 80 account, which I can take. Meantime, let me see what Nasdaq, because the Nasdaq is doing dick all, so there's nothing going on here. All right, so we'll focus on gold. See if gold wants to give me. It's $1.35 on gold, and this candle closes with a green dot. We're going to go again on a counter trend way, counter trend fashion. Let's see if we can make that trade work. Michael, number one, you probably don't have live futures quotes because do you have an Apex account? You probably don't have an Apex account. You have to have an Apex account to have enabled live futures quotes, and you need to be able to connect your TradingView to Tradeovate. That is all explained for free in my room. So you need to join our room if you want to. Go to my day trading course, which is there for free, and go to the section that says Connect TradingView to Tradeovate, and you'll be able to connect all of that. Okay, so that's all going on. The time on a chart is 2 minutes as always, Tom. No change or Rockies. Sorry. Yeah, for us, when we're trading these micro positions, it really isn't going to matter. I would say probably by 2 o'clock this afternoon, we probably should not be trading. But this GC timer is, I use so nobody has the timer in wealth charts yet because wealth charts is going to be updated. I'm waiting for wealth charts. Yeah. You meant the countdown clock in wealth charts. Yeah, that's the wealth charts is still in the old version, has not been updated. It will be updated hopefully soon. I'm just taking. Oh, here we go. We might have a trend signal in Nasdaq here if it holds. So just to, I'm asking the notes for TradingView because we're going to lock down TradingView. Once that's locked down, I'm gonna give Rob the latest code and then have that incorporated into wealth charts, and that'll be the final update. And then we're ready to go. Then then we're not gonna do any more updates, no more bullshit. All set, all set up. $59 seconds left. Big burst on NAS. Well, what do we got? 9:35 in the morning. Let's see if that dot holds. If we get a positive move on NASDAQ. $34 seconds. Well, you see, I'm trading one, which is really maximum. It all depends, sizing and all that stuff. Those kind of questions are coaching questions. That's why you want to be able to do this. Okay? Because those are unique questions to coaching and trading. No dots so far, man. Wow, no dots. Okay, no trades so far on NAS, and no trade so far on gold. Everything is chop city, which is fine. We don't make any moves until we get a signal. But Alan, if you want to start, honestly, start with 1 micro, because it's not about the size of the contract. It's about you learning the setup. Here's my coaching recommendation, which I'll give everybody for free. Do minimum of 20 trades at 1 micro just to get your timing set up. It's like practicing your forehand in tennis, right? You don't hit winners from the backcourt right away. You do 100, 200, 300 warm-up strokes, right? If you really want to be committed, you do 100 of those trades, but I know you're not going to be. So 20 trades, a couple of days of just micro contracts, just to get the rhythm right, just to get the mechanics right. Once you get the mechanics right, then you can start increasing to a reasonable size. Gold, I got to trade. Let's go to gold. Nah, fuck it. It just died on me too. Look at that. Oh man, we can't even buy a signal, much less buy a trade today. What a fucking just complete hump Wednesday day so far. It's fine. Okay, gold's starting to pop up. 23 seconds. Barely holding. Again, counter trend trade. 2 out of 3. We're again going against trend because we're going up, but we're looking for two positively sloped green dots, which I'm not getting because gold is just fucking dicking around. 3, 2, 1. No golds, so no signals on gold. Back to NASDAQ. Nothing going on here. It's a truly bullshit day. How do you change mode to slope? There's no mode to slope. Slope is a visual thing. You have to just simply see a visual. So this is only dots only mode. It's the first mode over here. Dots only mode is the first mode. Okay, that's what you want to be in. If that's what you're asking me, that's what you want to do. Is that what you're asking me, Nico? Wally's asking me how to set up a chart layout on wealth charts. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you an easier solution. I'm going to export mine. Hold on. Let me see if I can. How do I do this? I forgot already. I'm going to export my layout. To layout, menu, export layout. I'm going to copy this, and you can just import my layout. And then ask them, man. That's what they're there for, okay? I'm not wealth chart support. You ask wealth charts how to import. They'll be happy to help you. They're really, really, really good. And you just import mine, and then you will get my layout, okay, which is just a very simple chart portfolio accounts. Gold just flipped negative. NAS flipped totally positive. We got a massive move here. I'm going to go long here in exactly 15 seconds because we got positive bid. Now, this is a big-ass candle, so we'll see if that works, but, worth a shot. 87 into the 87 account. 3, 2, 1. Long. Big-ass move, so we'll see if I can actually hold this move. 60, and we're done. So, good. That's let me show you on the charts in case, because that was always a kind of a good trade is almost always a fast trade. Let me show you what we did. So we went long 56 over here on this candle, 61, super fast trade, swept up. Why was this a good trade? It had all three components of classic scalp trading that I do. Positive trend, blue above red, short above long-term positive trend. Positive momentum, green dots. Positive slope, one dot higher than the next. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we hit the target super fast. Even though this was a big burst, it was building up to this big burst out. It just wouldn't give us the green dot. It was just sort of, it was hesitating. Finally, the markets broke out. We were able to take the momentum that way. Anybody take that trade, by the way? So Michael, did I just put in chat. I just look at this. This is the chat one. You just copy that. You go into import layout and import it, or just copy that. Go ask Wealth Chart support. Let them walk you through it and how to import it, and then you have my little layout. See, Karen is really helping you out. She's a master at Wealth Charts. All right, cool. I'm glad we finally got the setup that we needed. It took us forever. Gold. Let's go back to gold. We got to sell. Fuck. You know what? I'm chasing this. I'm sorry, I'm chasing this, but it's whatever. It's worth it. I sold gold. Gold is not even cooperating on the trend side today. Really fucking annoying. So we have negative trend, red below green, negative momentum, red dots, negative slope. I'm short, and I still can't buy myself a win here because gold is just so choppy. But that's the trade. It's the proper trade. My target is 32,973. Let's see where it goes. And it looks like we got done. So, for all my bitching, we actually did get done. But this was just ugly retrace move here. Just really ugly retrace move. Anyways, this is gold. It's like trading a Bronco. You have to. I do it for you guys. I told you I personally hate trading gold. I think it's it's fine. I'll trade it, but it's makes my job much harder than it needs to be because it's so spiky most of the time. There are really great strategies for gold within Scalper. There's 4 different strategies within multi-strategy within BFF, which is on here. Here's my BFF. Oops. Oh no, sorry. I screwed this up. Sorry, guys. I gotta go. Okay, it's actually pretty better this way. You guys can see this much better. Okay. This is what I need to show you. This is the BK Scalper. There are like 4 different distinct strategies. And if you want to learn all those strategies, and you want to be able to apply them. Where strategies where guys who trade gold really well will take a position here and just simply milk it all the way down here if they want to. Those are all built into the scalper, but that's not what I do with you guys on a day-to-day basis because I like to scalp, and that's what you would be trading if you want to trade with me. So just letting you guys know. So much hate for the Shannon. I fucking hate it. I mean, like everything is personal, right? You gotta for a long time I used to hate NASDAQ and I used to love S&P. So maybe I'll learn how to love gold. I just the problem is here's what it is. Honestly, here's what it is, Sweetwater. You love what you spend time with. So 95% of my time when I'm trading by myself, I'm trading NASDAQ. So, that's what I do. So if I spend 95% of my time trading gold, I'm sure I would find all the little nuances, all the little, advantages of it and be able to trade it properly. But you can only do one thing. Wally, I'm glad you got that worked out. Awesome. I'm glad that works out well for you. Everybody having a good time. Okay, so where are we at now? We took the beautiful trend trade. Now we're kind of counter trending a little bit, right? Gold is also starting to counter trend a little bit. Just to go back, gold is only one counter trend bar over here. I would need a second counter trend bar with a higher green for me to get long gold to do a counter trend move. And NASDAQ, I need like a two red bar to go negative. Now, here's the thing that's kind of interesting that you may want to consider. My view is I always want to start fresh analysis on the switch. The switch is when you go from red to green or green to red, right? So everything before that, I really don't pay any attention to. But I'm trying to find an example of where. Sorry, I'm just trying to find an example where. Okay, here's an example of of where you could be a little bit more aggressive on your interpretation. Remember, I said I want to do something straight from the switch. So if I was doing this would be my trade over here. This would be the second candle. This is where you see my my entry. That'll be the proper entry. However, I could also be aggressive and say I just want a higher slope, irrespective of the switch. So if this is red, now I have a higher slope over here. Is this higher than this one? Yeah, you kind of could say yes. You could have gone long here. I give you, it's kind of a bad example. Anyways, 17 seconds left. Let's go to the 86, which is my counter trend account. And it's a legit, sell signal here. 10 seconds left on the clock. Let me go to the 86 account. We'll sell this because it's a legit counter trend signal. Let's see if it's gonna work for us. Oops, sold. Sold. I was a little bit late here. I'm not. It's hard for me. I'm not paying too much attention. But let's see if. As always, trend is better, but at least we have a sequence of trades that we want for counter trend. Almost there. It was almost 80. There it is. Got done. So yeah, the sequence worked. What was the sequence? The sequence was counter trend. So obviously not a factor, but momentum, yes. Slope, yes. Negative momentum, yes. Negative slope, yes. Let me point this out on the trend line. This is negative slope. Negative slope. I've been doing slope with my daughter all week long in her 7th grade math, slope intercepts and posing stuff. And I find it really, really amusing that I'm basically, using 7th grade math to trade for thousands of dollars a day. But that's how, that's the beauty of Euclidean geometry, right? So negative slope, which is confirming the momentum, we sell it, we go, we're ready to go. Is that clear to everybody? Or do we need to brush up on our 7th grade math as to what is slope? Winner time, winner chicken dinner. Let's do a little bit of oh, you know what I need? Oh, my producer's in the room today. I'm gonna tell her. You know what I want, Chris? I want raining chickens. We have raining dollars, we have raining coins, but we want winner chicken dinner. We want, like, drumsticks and birds flying through the air, because I think that's gonna be a better visual for everybody, right? So maybe I can have her make it for me. Very nice, guys. I definitely want the winner chicken dinner visual. Should we do that, guys? Hi, Christopher. I have been talking about the fact of how I distilled the whole setup into literally a 3-step process, and everybody's been having a good time with it, because it's just been very, very good. Very good trading for us. Gold. Let's go gold. I'm buying. I'm late. Okay, good enough. Am I in the trade? Yeah, I'm in the trade. So gold, counter trend, positive momentum, positive slope. Let's give it a shot, right? Again, counter trend trade. It's just the beast of the beast, but this is the sequence that we trade. So let's see if the sequence comes in. As I said, counter trend trades, by their very definition, are 2 out of 3 checklists instead of 3 out of 3 checklists. So you're always going to have more problematic issues with it. Matter of fact, the only trade we made money on in gold today was the trend trade, right? Was a trade that went down with trend. We tried to trade counter trend, and we got our head handed to us in gold today. We're doing it again because I want to show you the mechanics. Looks like we got done. There we go. See, the more I shit in the trade, the better it works out. So at least the counter trend trade in gold works out nicely. Let me show you how that's done also on wealth charts. You can see the here's the history. Went long, out, short, out, and this was a counter trend long that stopped us out. So this one didn't work, but this one worked on the short side. We sold this, buy it over here. This one worked, we buy it over here, we sell here, right? Very nice. Good job for everybody. Hope you guys took that. I want to first turn history off. Okay, so it's nice and clean. Yeah. Okay. Tom, for the dots version, when we have dots on, no. The dots is totally clean. There's no stops. That's precisely why I got it read. You can do it for all the other strategies that I've built in there, but this one does not have stops and targets on there. Because it gets too complicated. Honestly, Tom, it's just not worth it. Those stops and targets are preset for you. You shouldn't even think about what the stop and target should be. Every single stop, every single target, 1,000 trades backwards, 1,000 trades forwards is the exact same stop and target. So there should be no changes. If you want to if you want to trade variation and you want to trade dynamic stops and targets, that's what all the other strategies are for. So I guess that would be my answer. So precisely because everybody else wanted a really clean chart, and I really like a clean chart. You know exactly what my stops and targets are today, tomorrow, 1,000 days from now, and 1,000 days backwards, right? Because they're based upon fixed scalping targets versus dynamic targets when we're doing positional trading. So I'm going to take your silence as consent that nobody wants any more tweaks and changes to the multi-strategy 4.0 dots, the final version of my BFF. And if that's the case, then I'm gonna send the code off to Rob later today. and beg him to update it in wealth charts, and because he's such a good guy, he's going to do it. And then everybody who's got the wealth charts, and by the way, guys, go buy like a fuck ton of wealth charts accounts right now, because again, 90% off. You're not going to get $25,000 accounts are $14. Just literally, if you don't buy 5 of them today, you're going to be so sorry tomorrow. Just buy them. It doesn't matter if they're sitting there fallow for a couple of days. The way we're trading right now, we're on a path to being funded every 2 or 3 days. Like you see me getting, each one of my 25s getting funded every 2 or 3 days, right? It's totally possible. So, and I'm not even being aggressive. I'm going to buy probably 3 or 4 more accounts before the end of the day today, and we're going to just do aggressive, like get funded in 3 trades. Gotta hit all 3 trades. It's going to be the Russian roulette of trading, but it'll be fun. We'll just trade 3 trend setups and just see if we can get funded in 3 trades. Sorry, it would have to be 4. It's $400 per trade. It would have to be 4, but 4 trades, totally doable. I did it. I did it before. Sorry, Tom. Are you asking me on? When you ask me that question, are you asking me about the trading view one or the wealth charts one? Because if you're trading me about the trading view one, there's no need. The trading view one, which is the only one we're talking about, when you select the first mode, that's only mode, will eliminate everything for you. That's the whole point. If you are on wealth charts, just don't worry about it. I mean, you could do that, but it's very convoluted. Wait till I update it. When I update it, it will eliminate itself. Okay. Did I ever pay Kathy 1,000? Did I owe her? Fuck no. Fuck no. She's got enough money. Minis? What do you mean, Joe? Are you talking about like trading for large sizes? Yeah, it would be minis. Yeah. So relatively calm and quiet here. Speaking of getting funded in a day, I'm gonna buy like I told you, I'm gonna buy like 5 accounts for wealth charts today. The 25s. And what we're gonna do, I haven't decided if I'm gonna do this next week, maybe the week after that, because unfortunately I'm on the road. I'm going to be on the road for the next 2 weeks a lot. Kay and I have to go to Cyprus. I have to go to Florida, then I have to go to Cyprus. But what I'm going to do, which I think you guys are going to really enjoy, we're going to do Marathon Wednesdays, where I'm going to trade from 6 in the morning till 12 noon, 6 hours straight, see if I can get the account funded. Because in 6 hours, you're going to have at least 8 to 10 actual genuine opportunities, certainly 8 to 10 trend opportunities. And if you probably 20 opportunities all in all, we're trying to counter trend. So if you're trading even like a medium size, not even a large size, remember, if you're trading aggressive size, you just need 4 winners in a row. You're funded on 25. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna try and do that. So that's my point. Oh yeah, on the evals, I trade minis. And then when we get to the funded, you'll obviously see me. I have a whole strategy for how you want to do it. Which is obviously going to be micros. But we'll see. We'll mix and match. So yeah, quiet day, guys. We did the best we could. We actually pulled out really nice money out of NASDAQ. Both the trend and counter trend trades hit a couple of times. And then with gold, we made money like 3 out of 4 trades. And we kind of floating a loss on the clip that we did, but it was a legitimate loss. And before the end of the day, if I return to gold, then maybe I'll even trade gold a little bit in Asia today. Once funded, what percentage gets paid successfully? Do you mean how many traders, like out of people who get funded, how many traders get paid out? I don't know because that's not a number that anybody shares, but I've heard it's incredibly small, like 1%. What I do know is everybody who's in my coaching, right? I do know those numbers, and they obviously change. They're approximate because they change because people come in and come and go. But the numbers on my coaching session are the following: only 5% of all traders that ever take a prop test pass the evaluation. But 70% of all the traders who go through past the prop coaching pass at least one. Most of them pass multiple evaluations. So we have a really, really, really good close rate on that. Then after that, I believe something like 1% of funded traders ever get paid out. And this is across all funded firms. And it's close to 30, maybe 40, but I'm pretty confident it's at least 30% of all the traders that have passed through, gotten funded, get paid out in BK. So we absolutely have really good numbers, relative to the industry. That's why it's worth it. So I don't know if that answers your question, but that's the only answers I have right now of how it works. Good morning, Charlie. Are you from the Midwest or from the South? Because if you were from New York, you'd never say good morning. You'd just be, hey, what's up? Only people from the South and the Midwest are polite enough to say good morning, sir. Good morning to you. Wally went nuts. He just bought 11. Very nice. Did you buy the 25s, Wally? You bought the 25s. It's a really good deal. Like I love the 25s. I mean, it's I'm talking against my book because I'd love for you guys to buy the 250s, and I'm sure Apex would love for you to buy the 300,000s. But from a trading perspective, because my job is to help you guys trade better. The 25s have the best risk reward ratio. Those are the best ones. And Daryl himself said that everybody who trades the 25s is by far the most successful trader in this group. All right, keeping an eye out on NAS. Get into gold. Gold got about 7 seconds left. I'm going to sell this monkey. Okay, sold. Gold, negative bid, negative slope, negative trend. Do me positive. Come on, just make my life a little easier. Do me positive. Still, of course, doesn't do me positive. Okay, boom, and we're positive. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that. Now, here's the thing that I wanted to show you. From start to finish, this is where having mechanics really, really helps you, right? It was 7 seconds on the clock because I was yapping with you guys and I was watching the other chart. So there was 7 seconds to candle close. So it was 7 seconds, me calling out the trade, flipping to the chart, pressing the sell button, and then another 7 seconds before we make $70 on the gold trade, right? Why was that possible? Like, why was that instant move possible? Because it's pure instinct at this point. That's once you learn the mechanics, you are just like, the hunter in the savannah. You're not thinking about, all the mechanics of throwing the arrow to hit the animal. You just, you are acting on pure instinct, which is exactly how you want to do, because you snooze, you lose. As you can see, by the way, this trade gave us exactly 7 seconds of survival before gold ran up my ass and goes the other way. Gold is clearly in a very, very choppy mode, and that's why in scalping you got to be you win or die. You have to be zoned in timing wise, and that's not ideal for a shitty little price action like we're seeing today. So the point being is that I knew everything lined up because I had already taught myself the methodology, and I want you guys to be the same way. You see it on the chart instinctively. This is it. Boom. I'm going. There's no hesitation. There's the moment you hesitate with a scalp setups, you're gone. So now I'm getting a counter trend move, $1.45 on the candle. So we have a little bit of time. We'll come back to it in a minute. I'll see what's going on with NASDAQ. NASDAQ doing nothing, so NASDAQ's got nothing. Yep, it was 5 winning trades in a row. Thank you. Yes, it was good. It was good. I need my winner chicken dinner graphic, which we're gonna make. I want the flying chickens to horrify all the vegetarians out there. I'm just curious. I'm not making fun of you guys. I fully respect you. Are there any vegetarians in the room? Give me a yes if somebody is a vegetarian in the room. I bet you the Venn diagram between people who trade and vegetarians is like 1%. I'm getting a lot of hell no's, but not a lot of yeses. 37 seconds on the clock for yet another counter trend signal in gold. Armenian kebabs. Oh, you are my friend. Who does not love Armenian kebabs? Who doesn't love kebabs, my friend? They're the greatest. I got 15 seconds on the clock. Let me watch this. Let's see. I was just like, let me make sure the green dot stays. This green dot better be fucking staying. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No dots. No dots. No dots. No trade. Okay, forget it. Forget it. Goodbye, gold. I don't want to deal with you. Goodbye, baby. All right, we got 5 minutes left. I don't think we're going to do any more trades today. Today was a really good day. Really? Yeah, so here's the thing. We did about 5, I guess Tom was counting. I wasn't even counting. We did about 5 or 6 trades, which is a reasonable amount of, in an hour, right? In an hour. We definitely banked some really good P&L up here. And we didn't go crazy. We didn't there wasn't even an ounce of tilt in my trade structure today because I wasn't getting pissed off. I was pacing myself. This is why I pace myself. Just to basically give myself the pause, the natural 10-minute pause between trade setups, sometimes a 5-minute pause, whatever. We just need a pause, right? There's a great trader. I always recommend this book. I always recommend this book. If there's one book you want to trade, not because it's got amazing strategies in it, not because it's like the greatest philosophy of trading, but because this guy was the original day trading goat. His name is Marty Schwartz. Let me find it for you. I'm gonna find you the Marty Schwartz Pitbull. Just the best. It's written in the 80s. It's so freaking old that here's the Amazon link. But it is literally the best trading book you will ever read in terms of understanding what it takes to be a winner, both structurally and psychologically. Just great fucking book. I couldn't recommend it more to you. So go out there, go get it. I just put the link up there if you're interested. Okay, Mr. Pitbull. All right, guys. Last pitch. The code or the link is pinned. So just go to the pinned. The comment is pinned. Go out there, get this deal. I will buy you 3 free Apex accounts today so you can start fresh together with me. And coaching is going to be tomorrow. Coaching is always Thursday at 7 p.m. You sign up for this. You're going to go into my coaching. We'll talk a lot about all the stuff that we talked about in a lot of detail. Everybody who's in coaching, everybody come on in. And everybody else who not interested but wants to prop trade, just simply go get yourself some Apex accounts with wealth charts right now. And I will try to get everybody who needs to get upgraded to wealth charts. I'm going to try and do that today. You've sent me all your notes. I will do that, and then I will speak to Rob and get the wealth charts updated. That's the final. We are sealed. Now, Tony, I know is going to just bet $1,000 against me saying this, but I think I'm gonna be good for this $1,000 for at least the next, let's say, 3 to 6 months. I will not be changing a fucking line of code to this indicator until then. Okay, so we're sealed and signed. We're done. ready to go. Okay. All right, my friends. Thank you so much. Everybody have a great day. Good trading today. I'm glad you guys really, really liked it. Just remember, I'll leave you with the following thing. Trend, momentum, slope. Print it on our foreheads, and we're good to go. Rick says he's vegan. Oh, Rick. Good for you, my man. Enjoy it. You know, we're just kidding around with you. You know, it's barbecue season. It's grill season. So you know, for us carnivores, it's like hunt season, right? But I'll put a what is it? Not a broccoli. Oh my God, zucchini. I'll put a zucchini on there for you. Oh, you eat AQ for breakfast and GC for dinner. That's a joke. I like that. Pescatarian is fine. Yeah, man. You know, we love fish. Absolutely. All right, my friends. Good day. You know, in really a bullshit day. Today is the ultimate bullshit day. It's everybody waiting for NVIDIA. But if you guys want to come hang with me in Asia, you'll be posting videos. Should be a lot of fun. By the way, those of you guys who hung out with me in Asia, yes, I did take it to 102 after we went off air. And we really got to just trade fucking trend in Asia. It's just, you know, trading counter trend in Asia is just the most bullshit. You know, just it was a waste of money. But I did recover everything, and I did take it to 102s. So that account is at 102s. So I will see you guys in Asia. Everybody have a great day. Enjoy. And I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.